that's the point I want to bring up. Cancel culture.
You want to do the intro first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right about there. Let me start that over.
Damn it, Dylan!
Pay attention.
Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Uncommon Sense. I'm your uncommon host, Butch, and in the studio we have uncommon host, Billy. And Billy is really uncommon lately. Tell you what, he hasn't really been filling himself lately. He's been filling up other girls. So here we go.
Okay, moving on. Who are you? Where did Billy go? Where's the hat? Oh, man.
I know a lot of people are asking.
They're going to be like, hey, bring back Jack. Bring him back. Right meow. You got to say meow, though. Or I won't do it.
Let's see how many uncommoners we can get out there to say meow, and we'll get the hat.
Say meow in the comments.
Say meow
10
in the
times.
comments. Let's see if we can flood our comments with meows.
Meow. Okay.
All
right, so what are we talking about today, Butch?
Well, we're going to talk about cancel culture.
See what I did there?
Yep.
He didn't get to ask me this time, man. Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. I mean, it's ridiculous. It started about 2014 is when the cancel cultures first started coming out. And that was part of the Me Too movement.
I think it kind of started a little bit before that. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of been like off and on with the whole gay thing and whether or not you're homophobic or whatever.
Right.
I'm homophobic. Just saying. Lesbians are weird. But Billy, I watched that one episode. You said, I'm really confused. So am I. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
So I cut my hair.
He's a she?
He's a what? He's a girl. Oh, shit. Okay.
That's a keeper.
That's a keeper. Okay. Now, cancel culture. How is it that my generation, the millennials, the dreaded millennials, how did we grow up on South Park? And yet we are the leaders in cancel culture.
Right.
How does that happen? We grew up making fun of Stan and Kyle and Jews. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the whole premise on South Park was that it didn't just make fun of one particular person or a group of people or whatever. It made fun of everyone.
We could make fun of everyone. I'm strangely okay with it. Yeah, what movie's that from? Put it in the comments. Oh, the more you know.
For educational purposes only.
Yes. It's the best movie ever. Okay. So, where's my notes? Hold on, I lost my notes. Where did you go, damn it?
I just had you here.
I did, too. Remember, I was reading from them.
Right. Cancel culture is part of the wokeness, the woke culture. And the woke culture is all part of the enablers. They are what they call enabling incorrect or outside views.
They enable narcissism.
Yes.
And ignorance. But it really is like being in an abusive relationship. I said that before we really started the show. We are all in an abusive relationship with our society.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know how else, like, that feels like the perfect analogy to me. For anyone that's been in a controlling relationship, you know,
Right.
Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people out there have been in controlling relationships. So that emotional mind manipulation that happens in a controlling relationship
Yeah.
is the same thing we're seeing in society with cancel culture.
Yeah. All they're trying to do is manipulate so they get the outcome that they want. They don't care if it's right. They don't care if it's wrong. They don't care if it's fair. All they care about is if their feelers got hurt.
I watched a clip the other day. It was on some SJW something or other that I'm on YouTube.
Oh, the
Anyways.
SJW fails.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
And it's got the little picture cartoon of the chick with the pink hair or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. That channel. Okay, so they were playing this clip from the Good Morning whatever, but it's like the one from Britain
Right.
with that one dude. And he
Okay.
don't hold back when it comes to the whole trans thing.
Right.
And there was this little debate going on. And Mr. Gay Dude over here, not to say I have anything against gay people. I mean, obviously. They're just weird.
You're just weird.
But no, he's over here like trying to make his points about trans. But he tells dude that he's unwilling to learn. Well, you're just unwilling to learn. No, I'm unwilling to accept your opinion as my own, and that is why you're mad.
Right. And that's what it comes down to.
I mean, Gay Kid apparently was like calling on Twitter for dude to get fired because of what he said in their first debate about trans people. Mind you, sitting right next to Gay Dude is an actual trans woman.
Right.
Who's standing up for what? The women's rights.
Yeah.
And why all of this gender bullshit, because I'm going to call it that.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
All this gender bullshit is not only making women insignificant, but it's making people like her insignificant as well.
Right.
Okay, people like her and Blair White did not go through all of that surgery and work and everything to be as feminine as they are. For greasy-haired idiots out there to be like, it's ma'am, when you can't even comb your hair and look like a lady.
Right. Or act like one.
Yeah.
If you want to be, that particular pronoun or any pronoun as that is, that's fine.
Yeah.
I am more than fine with that. However, if you want me to believe in any kind of delusional thing that you have going on, like the world might be ending in 12 years because of global warming, and they said that, something similar back in the 90s that it was going to end in 12 years. And
remember Y2K?
Back in the 70s, I can tell you this much. Back in the 70s, you know what they were saying? Big ice age coming.
Oh, yeah. And then now it's global warming.
Now it's global warming, yeah. So, you know what happens? Well, for those that are uneducated and don't have a lick of common sense, one, we have winters because that's when we are going away from the sun. Our winter, the apex of that winter, that's when we're farthest away from the sun as possible.
And if you look at the geographical history of this planet, this is not the first time we've gone through a warm cycle.
Right.
It will not be the last.
No.
But none of us are alive long enough to remember the cycles like that.
Right.
Because it takes so many years.
Well, I think what it is all these people that are screaming, oh, the world's going to end, I think all these people are afraid to die. And I think they're afraid to die for one particular reason.
They don't believe in anything.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, is that what you were going to say?
Well, not just that. What they believe in is that they're going to reap what they sow. So whatever they put out there, they're going to get right back.
Mm-hmm. In the end, they all believe in karma, and it scares the hell out of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
So I want to say, I have to agree with Gothics.
Okay.
I'm going to give her credit for this idea I have, because she's right. Cancel culture is the modern day witch hunt.
Yes, it is. is to go after anybody who doesn't share the same views as you.
And I think our next YouTube video, when I clip this apart, is going to be 5 examples of why.
Good deal. Yeah. Yeah.
One thing she brought up was the complete bypass of any type of due process.
Yeah.
So when you type something online that somebody else doesn't like I type all the time. I'm surprised. I've only been on Twitter like a month. I'm honestly surprised I'm still on there, and I think it's because I don't have any friends on Twitter.
You know, I have a perfect solution for all this, for all these people that are getting offended. And it's a common sense solution.
But they don't understand common sense. That's why it's uncommon sense.
That's exactly right. However, my solution would be that if you're in the car going down the road somewhere and you turn the radio on and it's on a station that you don't particularly care for, maybe it offends you in some way, so you change the station to something that you like.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, if you go out to a restaurant and you go to eat, order something, say you go out to a Mexican restaurant, you order French cuisine. Who's at fault there?
You're an idiot. You're at a Mexican restaurant.
Exactly, but they're offended because they don't get what they want because it's a restaurant. So if you don't like what you're seeing on TV, change the channel. You don't have to watch it.
It's the same type of mentality, too,
Yeah.
of those crazy Karens, as we're calling them these days, that order food for a very specific way and then get mad when it's brought to them that very specific way because now it's missing something else.
That they should have told you.
We've all seen Waiting, okay?
Yes.
There's some exaggeration to it, obviously. But when you work in the food industry or in any customer service of any kind, you find people like that. And it's that type of mentality that these people have that are like, I'm right and I'm always going to be right. And then when I think I've won, I'm going to take it one step further. You know what I mean? And just be that much more immature about it.
Right.
And the public shaming, and that's something else that she brought up. The use of fear to condemn people online or to publicly shame them in some way.
Right.
You know? Probably the biggest example would be Donald Trump.
You know, I was watching a show last night with the wife. You know, it's what we do every night before we go to bed. You know, we sit there and we watch this TV show together, and it's called The Witcher.
Oh, I like The Witcher.
And
I watched that. I watched it by myself though, because I don't have a wife. No wife here.
But we're watching it, and as we're watching it, it comes to this one part. I think it's season 1, episode 4. I think it is, where he's at a wedding. People are wanting to marry this princess. Yeah. And the queen comes in and she goes, well, what do you think about this and that? No. Well, and he was blunt and honest, you know. And they go, well, won't you indulge us with your tales of how you killed the elves at the edge of the world? And he goes, I didn't. I got jumped and beaten. And I was about ready to die if it wasn't for the Elven King to come along and save my life and spare me.
This is a new season, huh?
No, this is season 1 I'm watching.
Oh, okay. It's been a while since I watched it, so okay. I watched the first.
Yeah, there's 2 seasons out that I know of. That's why it's on Netflix. Anyway.
Yeah, I think I watched those. Or it might have actually just been the first one. I don't remember now. Right. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It is a good show, though.
Yep. And for those that are asking, no, I don't have a Netflix account. I wouldn't pay for a Netflix account. Roommate has a Netflix account, and that's what we use to watch Netflix on. I don't watch woke shows. I don't watch anything. And I've
been thinking about you and I going halves on a Daily Wire subscription.
Okay.
Because I want Daily Wire, dude.
How much is the subscription?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. It's been a while since I looked it up.
All right, because I know I get their posts on Facebook and everything else. So.
But I mean, like for their shows and their movies that they're coming out with and stuff.
Oh yeah, and they're coming out with kid-friendly shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, to kind of fight that wokeness that Disney World's putting out there.
And if you guys haven't watched that stuff about Disney, you've got to. I know You Are Here with Elijah Schaefer and Sydney Watson. They've talked about it a couple times now, just this past week.
Right.
That last one though, I didn't even finish it. The one I was watching yesterday, because it was like 2 hours long, but it was funny because Savannah got all mad and worked up. She's like, "Okay, so Savannah didn't take a shot of vodka before the show started. So while you guys are over here chilling and making jokes, that shit just pissed me the fuck off." I was like, "Just keep getting mad. It's great."
That's right.
But she had a good point,
Right, she did.
We do need to get mad about this stuff. And we saw what the pushback did with the school boards.
Yep.
Parents need to be just as on it, if not more, when it comes to this woke media culture. The
Yes.
Disney and the Disney's going to be the one to
CRT.
start it. Next you got Illumination or whatever they are, and DreamWorks. They're all going to follow suit.
Yeah.
So we have to fight that as parents. We've gotten to a point now where we have to screen everything that our kids watch.
Right.
And I've been doing that for a while. My kids haven't watched Arthur for a long time.
Right.
And now they're at a point though where they kind of understand what's going on. They hear me talk about it. They hear the conversations that happen, how
Right.
kids are. So they soak that shit up. And then they'll turn around, they'll be watching PBS, and they'll come tell me about some weird racist thing that was said. One day my daughter was telling me about something that happened on one of the shows. I don't remember what it was now, but she was like, it's just weird. Like, why would they say that? What did that have to do with the show? I'm like, exactly.
Exactly.
But see, you're smart enough to notice that. The problem is, most kids are not smart enough to notice that.
Right.
They have not only have they not been homeschooled, but their parents haven't been on it with that shit,
Yeah.
And that's why I have to be thankful for this conspiracy theorist brain that I have that has accumulated over the years, since my childhood. And I am glad that I have that brain, that I question everything, that I have never trusted the media, that I have never trusted my government, that,
Right.
I am thankful for that now, because my kids have never been in public school. So they've never had that chance to be indoctrinated in any form.
It is. That's what it is nowadays, is an indoctrination.
They are indoctrination centers. And then you have academies of advanced indoctrination centers.
A person I know recently messaged me and told me that one of my posts about a lithium mine versus an oil field, he said it has a picture of a gold mine in the first photo and then a copper mine in what I posted in the comments. Now, to get you up to speed, what I posted in the comments was an actual picture. I looked up, I did a search on the web, and I picked one out that said it was a lithium mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I posted it. Well, then they go on to tell me that lithium is actually gathered in fields. I want you to remember this now. Lithium is gathered in fields, this person says. Has no proof, no pictures, no video, nothing to back it up. He just states this. And so I took and I found a picture, or an article rather, about a mine being sold. Yeah, that's dying.
Yep.
It's a China lithium mine. Chinese-owned lithium mine in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
and it's being sold. And I'll show you the picture here. As you can see, it's a picture of a couple guys, miners, standing next to a vehicle at the bottom of a lithium mine. They ask, what's up with that link? I told them, not sure. Why? Is it not loading? And they said, no, just wondering what you wanted to talk or wanted me to look at on it. And it says it's an image of a truck from the mine in Australia. And I said, yeah, the mine in Australia.
Yeah.
And then they tell me it mines lithium after it was initiated as a gold mine. Well, wait a minute. I thought lithium came in fields.
It doesn't matter if it was initiated as a gold mine or not.
Yeah.
It's still being used as a lithium mine now.
Right. And
which means they're mining the lithium out of the ground.
Right. And making it, doing what they can to get that lithium.
And we talked about this the other day, because there are lithium fields where when a high concentration of lithium is found, you can almost rice paddy it.
Right.
And collect it like you would gold, because it floats to the top.
Right.
Go figure.
And what they call that is the separation process when they do that.
It's no different than when you mine for gold and they run it through the water.
The sluice, yeah.
It's the same.
It sure is.
Okay, so
anyway,
back to cancel culture. Let's talk about why cancel culture is the modern day witch hunt. So first things first, let's go over here to my browser. Alright, we're on Wikipedia here, because Wikipedia is a very reliable source.
Oh, wait.
Hairball.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Alright, so according to Wikipedia, cancel culture or call-out culture is a contemporary phrase used to refer to a form of ostracism in which someone is thrust out of social or professional circles, whether it be online, social media, or in person. Those subject to this ostracism are said to have been, quote-unquote, canceled. The expression cancel culture is mostly negative connotations and is used in debates on free speech and censorship. The notion of cancel culture is a variant of the term call-out culture. It is often said to take the form of boycotting or shunning an individual. It says often a celebrity who is deemed to have acted or spoken in an unacceptable manner. How dare you be politically incorrect? Oh, it doesn't say that, sorry.
No.
That was just me. Some critics argue that cancel culture has a chilling effect on public discourse. Others argue that calls for cancellation are themselves a form of free speech and that they promote accountability. Some public figures claim to have been canceled while continuing their careers as before. Origins. Call-out culture has been in use as a part of the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement encouraged women and men to call out their abusers on a forum where the accusations were heard, especially against very powerful individuals. Additionally, the Black Lives Matter movement, which seeks to highlight inequalities, racism, and discrimination in the black community, repeatedly called out black men being killed by police. So, according to this, the call-out culture was the beginning of cancel culture.
Yeah.
Which I guess I can see.
Yep.
Especially with the movements of which they were referring to.
You know why they call them movements? They call them movements because they're all full of shit.
Crap, what channel was I watching
That's
the
it
other
right
day?
there, crap.
Exactly. That SJW channel, that's the one it was.
SJW Fells.
Their merch thing came up on the side, and it was this t-shirt. It said something like, please hold, I'm downloading SJW opinions, and it was a cartoon picture of a dog taking a shit. I was like, dude, I need that, but I don't think I would wear it in public just because it's got a dog shitting on it.
these social justice warriors, I
Or I'd wear it specifically just to piss people off in certain circles.
they
I would, though.
they're the hypocrisy of them.
Oh, yes.
Oh no, we can't do that because it's not good for the environment. Oh, we need equal wages for men and women.
Mm-hmm.
But what about slave labor where they just got their tennis shoes?
Or like it just said about...
Or their clothing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like DeSantis said about Disney,
Right.
if that bill had called for the removal of any curriculum referring to the Uyghurs in China, they would have been all for it.
Right.
Talk about hypocrisy there.
Yeah.
So you're quote unquote, you're trying to protect children in some weird demented way in America.
Right.
But you don't give a crap about protecting the slave children in China.
Yeah.
Who work for you.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Talk about hypocrisy.
They work 3 weeks, get a week off.
Mm-hmm.
They work between 10 to 15 hours a day.
Dude, that's like working an oil field type hours.
Right.
For big burly men.
Yeah.
95.7% of them. Actually, it's probably more than that.
Probably more.
It's probably like 99.7.
Yeah.
Hey, let's equalize that, shall we? Love Jordan Peterson. But comparing it to the witch hunt, this is the exact type of thing that would happen. Someone would point a finger and say, she's a witch.
Right.
Because she insulted someone, or because she refused a man. That was a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she wasn't interested in his dick. And they were like, she's a witch.
Right.
And then she's condemned, burned at the stake, or hung, or whatever, you know?
Yep. Or told to leave the community and has to fend
completely 100% shunned
Right.
out into the wilderness, as it was back then.
Right. And, how is
To
that
fend
the
for
same?
herself.
Well, being ostracized or to no longer be part of a group,
Mm-hmm.
that one might feel like they are a big part of.
Yeah.
It hurts them. That's all they're doing. They're out there trying to hurt somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care who
Like
gets
when they
hurt
tell
as
a
long
black
as it's
person
not
that you
them.
ain't black.
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
And you ain't black.
Biden.
You don't vote for me, you ain't black.
I really hope that everything with the Hunter laptop and the Biden administration comes to light and that he gets removed immediately from office.
I do have a weird question around this, though. Why are they bringing it up now? Why did they wait all this time? Why are they so conveniently bringing it up now? You know what I mean?
Because the New York Times finally came out and said, oh, yeah.
Right, I know that. But I'm saying, like, we've known this since that shit happened.
October of 2020.
Yeah. So, it took them, 18 months or some crap?
Yep.
To finally be like, okay, maybe it's real. Okay, why are you finally looking into it now?
Right.
Why did it take you that long to actually do a journalistic job?
To do your job that you should have done in the first place.
Because we knew.
Yeah, everyone knew. We also knew
everyone that
everyone
isn't
was trying
sucked
to cover
into
it up.
the CNN bubble, the black hole of media.
CNN just lost, was it 3 or 5 more employees, and their ratings have just taken another 52% dive.
Yeah, this would be why. But what I want to know is, why are they bringing it up now? Because, New York Times and all of them, they're all in the same...
Yeah.
They're all in the same boat together.
I think they're bringing it up now due to the fact that...
What is it? What are they using it now to distract us from? Because they can use it to their advantage now. Oh, what are we at? We're reaching that 2-year mark, right? Didn't I say something about that?
Yep.
That 2-year mark. And then, boom, get Crazy Broad in there. And now
the one that has
she
a
can
fake
finish
British
out,
accent. The 2 years.
her 2 years and then still run twice.
Right. For a total of 10 years instead of 8. However, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it is either.
She has
Even
a-
if that was to work.
I mean, she has a lower approval rating than what Biden
Oh, yeah.
does.
Big time.
We'll get the stats
But-
on that for you.
What can they get done in the next 2 years with her up there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. Like, now they're trying to bash their guy. Why now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just always wonder when they hide something from us and then they bring it up. What are they using it for now? How does this work for their advantage as well? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's happening behind the scenes that they're hiding from us while revealing something else? You know, it's one of those, the magic trick. Again, here we go.
Yeah. It's called, sleight of hand. They want you to, what's the word I'm looking for? They want to misdirect
Yeah. You're looking at the right
your
hand
focus.
while the left hand's over here going.
Right. Yep. That's what they're doing.
Screw you, buddy.
But also, I think it's also like the witch hunts, because they go after whoever they perceive that don't think or believe the same way they do.
Mm-hmm. Wait till they find me. Just saying.
Wait till they get a load of me.
I'll be like, it's man. With all my misogynistic opinions, right?
Yep.
Okay. Real quick before we go. One more thing I want to bring up that goes along with this witch hunt. Those freaking ESGs.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, that is the witch hunt
It's the
extravaganza.
Right. It's the epitome of witch hunts.
Yeah. It's cancel culture on freaking steroids, you guys.
Right.
It is.
And if you don't believe us, I mean, we've done an episode on ESGs before. We explained a little bit about what they are and what they do and how they can and will affect you.
Mm-hmm.
And
And you can look them up,
look them
obviously,
up. Do your own research.
and read stuff from both sides, because you're going to have stuff like from Glenn Beck that talks about the dangers of ESGs, and then you're going to have the stuff telling you why ESGs are so great. Read between the lines on everything. Okay? Is Glenn being honest and sincere, or is he just trying to get you to believe what he believes? You know what I mean?
Right.
And the same thing for the other article. You know, and then you have to ask yourself, why are they trying to convince me that their side is right? You know? You got to ask yourself those questions. Do I agree with this? Why do I agree with this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I disagree? And why do I disagree? Is it because I actually feel that way, or I was told to feel that way?
Right.
You know
it's
what
all
I
right
mean?
to have an opinion.
Yeah.
Just don't have somebody else's.
Have your own opinion. Make your own decision.
Right.
You know?
Because the news, they will take one of their opinion editors
Mm-hmm.
or whoever their expert
Yeah.
who has the same opinion as what the news station does, CNN. But they'll do this and they'll run opinions, and you'll never hear it. They'll say, well, what I see, what I think, what I believe. They'll never say, in my opinion. They won't be upfront and honest with you. They're lying to you. Don't let that person's opinion be yours.
Yeah. And everyone's entitled to their opinion. So listen to their opinion. That's fine.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that has to be your opinion. You know, make your own judgment.
Exactly.
Something else that Gothics did say too, she talked about kind of how to fight this cancel culture. She said to ask questions that challenge the narrative rather than giving your own rebuttal, and that even goes above sourcing your own information. When you ask them something, you make them think. You know what I mean?
Right.
And okay, whereas you and I, someone sends us an article, we'd be like, okay, what's this about? And you read it, make your honest own judgment about it. These people aren't really capable of doing that.
No.
You know?
They don't want to take the time. It's their laziness.
But asking them questions of which they cannot answer, like what is a woman?
Right. I mean,
That challenges their narrative without you actually putting your opinion out there. You see what I'm saying?
right.
You're just asking a question. So when they get uppity, whoa, man, why are you getting mad? I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from. All right?
Right. And, I've done the same thing before when I've had discussions with people, and especially Second Amendment discussions. And they'll say, well, why do you need an assault rifle?
Why don't I need a tank? Come on.
Well, I just turn it around and I say, well, what's your definition of an assault rifle?
Yeah, exactly.
Because we might have differing definitions.
But the truth is, like she said, these people, they don't want your facts. They don't care about your facts because your facts hurt their feelings.
Right.
And all they care about is their feelings. Okay? And then, like she said, but asking questions not only forces them to rethink their own narrative, even if they do ignore your question, it still forces them to rethink their own narrative. And it encourages critical thinking in anyone else who reads that feed.
Exactly.
And this doesn't just go for Twitter, it goes for all of them. Whether you're on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is that you hang out on, TikTok. Also, do not ever apologize for your opinion. No. Never apologize for your opinion, especially publicly.
Right.
Don't get it on camera. Don't get it on recording. Don't write it down. Don't put it on social media. If you're going to apologize to someone, do it in person. And if you don't know that person in person, they don't deserve your apology anyway. It was your opinion. It's their fault they're offended.
Right. It's not your fault they're offended. It's their own perception of their limit of what offends them. So you have nothing to apologize for.
What they need to be asking themselves is, why am I offended?
Right. Is this really something that offends
Look inside yourself, Simba. Remember who you are. Alright, I think that'll wrap it up for today, though.
I think so.
Alright, y'all. Thank you for watching today with us and our uncommon opinions and uncommon topics in this uncommon world. What else was I going to say? I forgot.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to subscribe.
Hey, if you made it this far, you're a champion. And you deserve to slap that like button as hard as Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Do it a little harder.
A little bit harder. Not so fake acting.
Yeah.
Make it real.
Yeah.
Make them believe it. And just do it. Okay.
I heard he got the Best Actor award.
Yeah. And then he cried.
Yeah, afterwards, yeah.
His cry was more real than his fake mad face.
No, the only reason he was crying is because he just imagined what he had to go home to, watching his wife.
With a 19-year-old rapper.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about some cuckolding beta shit right there.
Yep. Just saying.
Okay, so we'll end on that note. Ha ha ha.
Have a good one. We'll see you next episode.
And don't let the witch hunters get the best of you.
Do it.
I'm in an abusive relationship. Nobody respects my authority. Man. Shut up, Cartman.
Well,
Serious, Dan, you're a dick.
Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch. You know why was the biggest bitch she ever was a bitch. She's a bitch to all the boys and girls.
Poor Kyle.
Don't do it, Cartman.
Oh, Kyle's gonna go Rittenhouse on him. Shit. Kyle's like, oh yeah? You think it's so funny, Eric?
Oh,
I'm gonna Rosenbaum your ass. How do you like that?